Gen Z didn't invent the pretty boy pop star. They just copied what the 90s did better. Back then, you didn't need filters, thirst traps, or viral trends to make fans scream, just a voice, a look, and real stage presence. And the truth, half their current faves wouldn't survive a day in the 90s spotlight. Now let's talk about the originals. While some aged like gods, others, well, they still get invited to the party. First, Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams' cheeky grin and effortless charm made him a household name across Europe and beyond. Today, with his salt and pepper beard and classic tailored suits, Robbie has matured into a dapper icon. But his candid interviews revealing his battles with addiction and fame prove he's not just a pretty face. Love him or roll your eyes, he's unforgettable. 2. Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin's boyish charm and sun-kissed good looks had fans across the globe swooning. But let's be real, he's hotter now than he was in 1999. With his sculpted jawline, activist heart, and that confident silver fox glow, Ricky's glow-up should be studied. He's still making waves, only now with more substance and swagger than ever. 3. Nick Carter. Backstreet's definitely back, especially if we're talking about Nick Carter's face card, which never declined. The youngest Backstreet Boy had that classic 90s golden boy appeal, piercing blue eyes, boyish smirk, and signature parted blonde hair. Fast forward to today, and he's still touring, and yes, still making fans scream. Gen Z might stand pretty boys, but let's not forget who invented the mold. Justin Timberlake. Controversial? Maybe, but we're not here to sugarcoat. Justin Timberlake was the pop prince with ramen hair who moonwalked his way from NSYNC to solo glory. He was the face of early 2000s cool. Now he's older, cleaner cut, and more into acting, but the shine's dulled for some. Whether it's the Janet Jackson Super Bowl fallout or his latest music misses, JT's legacy is complicated, but that face still holds up. 5. Enrique Iglesias. Enrique wasn't just Julio's son. He was the mysterious Latin lover of 1990s pop. Whisper singing into hearts with Hero, he made eyebrow slits sexy before Gen Z thought they discovered them. Today, Enrique's still performing, still selling out arenas, and still not aging. Seriously, what serum is this man using? Some call his voice a whisper from a distance, but no one's ever debated his looks. Ever. 6. Jordanknight. Jordanknight of New Kids on the Block fame had that brooding vibe long before Twilight made it cool. His high cheekbones and glossy locks were once stapled to every bedroom wall in America. These days, he's more business mogul than pop prince. But Jordan still has that charm, just toned down and more mature. It's almost criminal how little he's aged. And if you're not revisiting Give It To You, you're missing out. Shed me Usher. Let's talk about smooth. Usher burst into the late 90s with those dance moves, abs, and that voice. He wasn't just good looking, he had the kind of confidence that turned the whole room. Flash forward to now, and Usher's still got it. Vegas residencies, Super Bowl shows, and style that only gets sharper. Seems like Usher might be the only 90s pop star who genuinely upgraded with age. Enjoying the trip down memory lane? Then sit tight because there's more where that came from. 8. Markowen. To be honest, Mark had the kind of face that made teenage girls weep into their pillowcases. With his floppy fringe and quiet demeanor, he stood out in a sea of loud personalities. Today, he's still performing, still charming, and now with a rugged look that somehow makes him even more magnetic. Underrated then, underrated now, but never unnoticed. 9. jcchasez. Justin Timberlake got all the spotlight, but real ones know jcchasez was the voice in the face of NSYNC. With his chiseled jawline and intense eyes, JC looked like a Calvin Klein model who could actually sing. These days, he's stepped out of the limelight, but whenever he pops up, fans remember why he was the one who got away. In another universe, JC ruled pop. Maybe he still should. 10. Brianlittrell. Brianlittrell was the good guy of the Backstreet Boys, clean-cut, boy next door, with an angelic smile and voice to match. He had that classic Southern charm that made him instantly lovable. Today, even with a more dad-core vibe, he still maintains that warmth in both looks and energy. He's living proof that wholesome never goes out of style, even if pop trends do. Tony Mortimer. As a founding member of East 17, Tony Mortimer brought a more rugged, edgy vibe to the pop scene. Not your standard pretty boy, he had a brooding intensity that made him stand out. Fast forward to now, and while he shifted gears into songwriting and production, his laid-back style and reflective presence still turn heads. It's the kind of quiet charisma that doesn't fade, it just matures. Hit that like button if one of your old crushes made this list. Comment on who you think shouldn't be here. We love a good debate. 12th, Gary Barlow. Gary Barlow was the brooding, romantic one who stole hearts without trying too hard. With his strong jawline and sincere eyes, Gary was the man you introduced to your parents in your daydreams. Now, he's a silver fox with a side of gentleman commanding respect with every suit and song. If aging gracefully were an Olympic sport, Gary would be your gold medalist. 13th, Ronan Keating. With Boyzone, Ronan Keating had that Irish charm turned all the way up, soulful eyes, clean-cut looks, and a voice made for slow dances. When You Say Nothing at All wasn't just a song, it was a generation's emotional ringtone. These days, Ronan's still recording, judging talent shows, and giving off that mature movie dad energy. He's got the salt and pepper hair, the smile, the accent. Checkmate, Gen Z. 14. Peterandre. Peterandre may be most remembered for Mysterious Girl, in that music video, where his six-pack was basically the lead singer. His looks were exotic, almost too perfect for the boy band era, and his fame soared. Today, he's still sculpted, still in the spotlight, and still very much admired. While his music career quieted down, his jawline did not. Honestly, we wouldn't mind getting lost in that rainforest again. 15. Damon Albarn. Okay, controversial inclusion? Maybe. But Damon Albarn wasn't just Blur's frontman. He straddled the pop-alt line with serious heartthrob energy in the 90s. His slouchy Brit boy aesthetic and deep-set eyes made him the thinking fan's crush. Today, as the brain behind Gorillaz and still outsmarting the industry, Damon's age has entered his intellect and aesthetic like a fine indie wine. He's the type you didn't get then, but you get now. On All Tunja Seal. Seal may not have been your typical bubblegum pop star, but he crossed into pop fame with hits like Kiss from a Rose and a look that was anything but forgettable. His features were striking, bold, and magnetic. Fast forward, and Seal is now the definition of timeless elegance. Whether performing or mentoring on music shows, his presence is still commanding, and frankly, so is that smile. A true grown man glow-up. If any of these names bring back memories, hit that subscribe button for more nostalgia-fueled content. 17. Matt Goss. Matt Goss had that smooth Britpop meets Hollywood heartthrob energy. In the 90s, he was suit-clad and sharp, often giving off James Bond-light vibes. But here's the kicker. He looks better now than he did at 25. With a vintage Las Vegas swagger, Matt's transformation is what TikTok would call dad-core, but make it elite. If elegance and edge had a baby, its name would be Matt. 18. Andrew Ridgeley. Yes, he was the other half of Wham, and though George Michael took most of the spotlight, Andrew Ridgeley had his own understated handsomeness. His boyish grin and breezy charm felt effortless back then. Today, he keeps a low profile, but when he appears, still sharp, still stylish, still magnetic. He's like that ex you randomly see again at a reunion and think, wait, why did we break up again? 19th, McGrath. McGrath of Sugar Ray fame may not have been mainstream boy band royalty, but in the late 90s, his bleached tips, devilish smirk, and surfer pop style defined MTV-era hotness. Today, he's more VH1 host than chart topper, but he's held onto that rock star swagger. Slightly aged? Sure, but in the rock dad you definitely flirt with at a music festival kind of way. Let's not pretend we wouldn't. 20. Keith Duffy. Another Boyzone member with undeniable heartthrob status, Keith Duffy had the rugged good looks and that deep Irish drawl fans couldn't get enough of. While Ronan was the sweet one, Keith was the bold one, the one your mom warned you about. Today he's still active on stage, still impossibly handsome, and somehow looks even more like a leading man. Someone get this man a Netflix contract already. If you enjoyed this, comment below who your favorite is. See you in the next one. Oh, and if anyone tries to tell you Gen Z invented the pop heartthrob, show them this list and then walk away. Thanks for watching.